Hello everyone, if it's your first time to the channel, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to continue playtesting in the OP05 meta, this time using the Purple Luffy deck. So for those of you that may not know, the leader's ability is that you can take one of your life so that you can ramp. You can't do this if you have 0 Dawn or if you have less than 3 Dawn. So you can't do it on your first turn, whether you go first or second, but then after that you can. For the deck itself, the main cards that you're kind of looking for are some of your ramp early if you can. So your Poly at like 7 Dawn helps you get rid of a character, or and it can help you ramp. Your 5 cost Kid is really good to pair with your Magellans or your Queens, so then you just kind of get that extra little bit of value. It's also pretty good with your 7-drop Kid if you already have it established. But for the most part, what you want to do is ramp as fast as you can and play your big bodies. And so the sooner you can play your 9-drop Kaido, the better. In this specific list, we're running 12 2K, so we are running 4 of the Drake. We're running 4 of the Miss Doublefinger, which can also help you ramp, and then 4 of the ulti. We're running 12 blockers, so 4 of the Kid, 4 of the Queen, and then 4 of the Law blocker. And then, so some people run 4 Poly. I've decided to try out 2 of the 6-drop King, just because there's times where you're at 6 Dawn, and it can be a little awkward because you don't really want to take life if they've been pressuring you pretty aggressively. So you can just play the King, get rid of a little bit of the pressure, swing with leader, and then next turn that puts you up to 7 Dawn, so you can play the Kid if anything. Another card that I'm running that some people may not be running is I'm running 2 of the Sheep's Horn, and this is just, there's times where your opponent will try to wall up at the end, and it'll just kind of help you rest one of their blockers, or even in the mid game it can kind of help you rest some of their some of their characters and kind of help you maintain board presence or board control. So that's the deck profile, and let's get into some gameplay. And for our first match, we actually have the Mirror. In the Mirror, I'm going to try going second. We do get a Kid, which is pretty good. The rest of my hand isn't the best, but we'll just try it out. We are just playtesting. There are going to be times where you get some awkward hands and you don't have a choice but to play through them. So we're going to try it out, and then we're both just going to pass. Now he's going to be able to ramp to 4, so he could play the ulti page 1 combo if he has it, which hopefully he doesn't. If not, he could just play a vanilla, which is why you play I mean, I have 6 vanilla, or yeah, 6 or 7 vanillas in mind, and it's just so in case you go first, you always see one. And then he's actually just gonna swing. Okay, yeah, I mean, we take that. There's not much we can do. I could just play one of mine. No, I'm gonna swing 5. I'm gonna ramp, and then I'm gonna play my Kid, and hopefully I see a Queen, a King, maybe not a King, a Magellan's not bad. That'll put him down to 2. He'd have to ramp to go up to 5. No, we'll play the Kid first. We'll play the Kid, and then we can play the Magellan next turn. And then we can... He does hit me with the Law. Gets a good bit of counter out of it. And then swings for 6. I will block, and I'll give you a 1K. Actually, one of my own Laws wouldn't be bad, but I can Magellan here. That leaves me with 2 Dawn, 3 Dawn, so I can go 7-7. So let's just go 7 first. I wish I had one of my own. And then we'll go 7 again. I do wish I had one of my own Laws, but He's at 5. See, he can't really ramp here. Because I kind of have him pretty low already. And then same thing, I'm just going to counter out of this. And then, okay, so in this turn, I'm going to swing 5, 6, 6. And then I can Magellan and Queen all in the same turn. So we'll start with the 5 first. He should just free block. A 9-drop Kaido would have been massive here, because I could have -5 KO'd the kid and then still had an extra Dawn to play with, and I mean, it would have just been very nice. Unfortunately, that's the I think that's Luffy's biggest weakness at the moment. It's just you're not guaranteed to see the cards you need sometimes. But I just keep putting him further and further behind in terms of Dawn. There's the Kaido. Okay, so we'll get rid of the Sheep's Horn. And then next turn I'm going to play the Kaido. And then he's only at 6 Dawn. So definitely the Magellans, playing the kid first and then getting 2 Magellans has been massive in this game. What can he do here? He can do 6. He can do 5, 6, 7 if he decides to swing with everything. Or 8. No, I'm gonna save that. And I really don't have to. I got a free block. Actually, have a free block. I almost took that, but and yeah, he just kind of scoops. We were just able to ramp really aggressively, really quickly. I had the Kaido that was coming down. I'd Kaido kill the Queen, and I mean, I just could do. I mean, I because of the kid, I'd have an extra Dawn to play with, so I'd still have 2 Dawn. So I could go 5, 7, 7, 5, 6, 7, 7, 10, and still have a blocker. And then, I mean, there was just no way he was coming back from that. He hit me with the 4-drop Law early, which also put him behind a little bit. So it was, I mean, it's too juicy not to take, but he -1 there, and then he minus twice for the Magellan, which I was able to plus because I had the kid already. So I just kind of steamrolled the advantage, and then that was game. So GG to my opponent, and let's try to find another one. Okay, and for the next match, we have a match against Enel. I'm gonna go second. Oh, this feels weird. They want their first. We'll just go second. They want to go first, but this is a weird hand. We're gonna mulligan, hope for a Magellan, and we get a Magellan. Okay, cool. So we'll pass here. If he swings 8, we'll take. He just passed. He doesn't want to. Okay, so I have to take here. He didn't swing because he probably has Gadatsu. But if I take a life and go 5, hopefully no trigger. He gets a trigger, obviously. I'm actually going to play the kid again, so that I can play Magellan back to back, and he'll go back Dawn, because I want to stall the Yamatos as long as possible, and then I can gain advantage. I think we just counter out of this. Okay, and now we take the free block. I didn't want to take the free block to begin with in case he decided to put everything under leader and then swing. Here, I'm going to go ahead and Magellan just so I get the extra Dawn, and then I can go 7, 7 at the Satori. And he decides not to save it. which maybe I shouldn't have swung with the kid so that I could benefit off the next Magellan one more time. But here, I will save it. If he wants to get rid of it, he's going to have to commit a lot more resources. Yeah, that's still not enough resources. So, and then he plays the Ohm into a Holly. Polly wouldn't have been bad here. Okay, so here I can Magellan and Queen in the same turn. So we're going to go 6 here. I feel like Magellan into Queen is just a very strong play. Go 6 here again. Let's take advantage of the kid now in case there's a Thunderbolt. Because here I'm going to go 5 at life. And this way if there's a Thunderbolt and he kills something, then I got the advantage already. So. And then here we go Queen to draw 2. Kind of want to keep as much counter as I can in hand. So, seeing he's only at 7 Dawn here. So his best play is I'm going to let this go. That way he starts going at my life. Because if he starts attacking into the Magellan, he can do Queen, or he can do his best play is either Enel or Linlin. I think I'm okay to take 1. He could go 7 here. This I won't take. This one I'll definitely counter out of. I guess I could have free blocked with the Queen. We'll free block here. He can play Enel. We're gonna trash 1. A Kaido would be very nice. Unfortunately, we don't get a Kaido. But I'm going to play Kid into X-Drake. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of his board. If I go for life anyway, like he just gets to cycle a little bit more. So we're just going to keep swinging at his life. And the least amount of cards he has, the better for me. So then we go here. We go the X-Drake, use action. So he has to trash 1 more card. And then I can go 6 again. And now next turn, unless he clears my board, he can play a Yamato now and heal. But if he does that, he can only attack 5, 6, 8, which it kind of seems like that's what he's doing. So you can do 5, 6, 8. And so here I'm going to give him everything. Yep, he plays the Yamato, and then it doesn't matter if he swings with leader because I'll just free block. Now, okay. I can go for game, or I can just play it a little bit slower still, which I kind of like, because I'm gonna make sure he runs out of resources. Yeah. So here we'll just go 5 here. Hopefully no trigger. Okay, cool. We will go 7 with leader first. And let's see what he does here. He takes. He does get a Shirahoshi trigger. It's a pretty good trigger. That is a pretty good trigger. I can go 9-9. Is it worth it? Or let's try going 7 and seeing what he has. Okay, yep. So here I go 11 and hopefully he doesn't have it. If he has it, well then that is what it is, but he doesn't. So nice. That is a GG. Yeah, and so we'll go ahead and give him a rematch. I did go second last time, so he decides to go second this time, so I'm going first. This hand is not the best, but I'm going first, so I'll ramp into Fordon. I can play the Law even if I don't use the ability. And then I can always king. We're gonna keep because I just want to try it out, right? Like I said, we're just play testing. We just kind of want to see how the deck functions at times. Like I said, there's gonna be times where you'll mulligan hoping for a better hand and you get something like this. If he takes and doesn't get a trigger, then I can Law here. And we get a Yamato and a Katakuri. Oh, and he scooped. And he scooped. Oh no. Alright, well yeah, GG to my opponent. Okay, and for the fourth match, we have a game against Red Purple Luffy. We're gonna go second. We always want to go second in this one. Magellan. Magellan on curve seems pretty good. So we'll keep, because if he plays Zorojuro on 3, swings for 6, I can counter out with the double finger. I can always counter out with the double finger. Yeah. I don't want to counter out with the X Drake because Luffy normally already has a pretty low hand size. And eventually I can X Drake to... Eventually I can X Drake. And it'll make him lose even more hand size. He does have Zorojuro, which is a little bit of a pain. I'm going to counter out of this one with the Law. Because he's never going to be at 7 cards in hand. Hopefully he only attacks for 6 and plays a John Bart to ramp. Or he can't ramp with John Bart, sorry. Plays a Basil Hawkins to ramp. Yeah, okay, cool. So we are going to give him this one now. That way I can take a life and play the Poly. And KO the Law. And then still go 6-6. Okay, so I'm going to go 6 first. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he doesn't have the 7-drop kid. 7-drop kid would be pretty bad since he'll go to 7 Dawn next turn. And I can't kill it with the Kaido. Anything other than the 7 kid though, I can kill next turn. Okay, so I am going to take a life here. Play the Poly. Kill the Zorojuro. And then swing for 6. That is a big trigger for him because it allows him to go to 9. And now he can play the Whitebeard. Oh, he plays Kaido in his build though. Okay, that's it's the first. I've never seen a Kaido before. Or at least recently I haven't seen a Kaido. I am going to counter out of this one. And then if he swings at the Magellan, we just let the Magellan go. Which he doesn't. So I can go, I'm gonna go 6 first at life. I'm going to go 6 at life again. And I'm going to play my Kaido. And I'm going to go 10 at life. He has no Dawn up, so I have to go a little bit more aggressive now. And he just surrenders. Okay, so that was a, yeah, that was a GG. He had no Dawn up, so I kind of want to go as aggressive as I can there. Because he can't Rad Beam, he can't do any of those things. he probably has no counter here, and then can't really do anything to kill me this turn. I still have 2 life. The most he can do having 4 Dawn is swing 10-10, right? Or he can do 14 at the Kaido, which I have enough counter to get out of. And then, I mean, 6, and that's it. That's why Kaido probably isn't the best in Luffy. You are able to ramp really quickly to it, but you don't have a lot of defense. And so you just, if you're not using it to finish a game, you're not able to stabilize in this deck. So yeah, that's a GG, and let's get into the next game. And for the next game, we have a match against Green Purple Doflamingo. He chose to go first. I'm going second, so, and I have Magellan on curve. Okay, so we're 100% keeping this hand, and then we're always gonna pass. Either whether we go first or second, we're always passing that first one. He swings 8. We're gonna take that. Trigger to ramp, yes. We'll always take that early. That way I don't have to take another life now. Right? And then now I can just play the Magellan on curve. He is at 7 though. What do I prioritize? Hand or Dawn? We'll just go the Magellan. Either way, I'm losing a -1, right? And then with the Magellan, I'm able to pressure a little bit more. With the law is good to get rid of some hand, but he'll always be able to keep up, you know, some Dawn for Pump Gibson or just kind of anything. And actually now I'm able to do it now. So, yeah, I can go 6-7. Right here, he has to give me a 2K. I'm still able to do it. This has to give me 2 cards. Gives me 2 of the events. And then I just go 7. I could even have taken the life there and gone 7-7. That would put me at 6 Dawn. No, it's okay. What can he do for 6 with 6? See that? Oh, plays the birdcage. Okay. Does have the birdcage. So anything 5 Dawn or less. What did he grab? A 7-drop Kid, which he'll be able to play next turn. He's gonna play the 7-drop next turn, so my Kaido's not gonna be as good. I'm thinking here, because I mean I have the ulti page 1 combo. That wouldn't be bad. But then I can't play the Kaido next turn. I could also swing 7 and play the Queen. But if he has his own law blocker, I kind of suffer. This is a little bit of a toughie. I could just swing 8. Nah, 8 just doesn't feel good. If that's a Gibson, it's probably a Gibson. So it's probably a Gibson. I'll just go 6. I'll go 6-7 and play a page 1. In case he doesn't play the 7-drop, I don't want to not be able to play the Kaido. Which he should play the 7-drop. It's his best play next turn, but we'll see. And then I attacked with the blocker because if he has a Gibson to rest it, then I mean it stays rested because of the bird cage anyway. So, and then I just lose the value there. Whereas this way, like, at least I got a card out of hand for. Here he can play the Kid -1 Dawn and swing 7. And it also delays his birdcage 1 more turn. And so it keeps my characters rested, which it doesn't matter. These are essentially useless now. Plays another Kid, finds a 7-drop blocker. Interesting. Either way, I'm probably playing the Kaido. Doesn't play the 7-drop. Okay, just decides to swing face. Yeah, we'll just give you a 1K there. This one we can take. Plays a sugar. Well, I'm just gonna go 5 at life. Play the Kaido to KO the sugar and swing 10 at life. And then just go from there. I think he didn't want to minus Dawn so that he can KO all of my characters. Because now he goes to 10 Dawn next turn. Plays a spiderweb to save the killer. That's fine. That's 3, 4, 5. Choose the sugar. And we're going to swing 10 at life. And then next turn, I just kind of go for game. Well, he could play the 10-drop Dofi. 10-drop Dofi would kind of suck here. He does play the kid now. And can go, what, 9 at life? Go 7. I am going to counter out of 7. And then plays a blocker. Oh, because he used a kid ability, he wasn't at 10 Dawn. He was only at 9 Dawn. What can I do here? 10, 11, and see if he has it. Right? I have an okay amount of counter. Let's just go 10 first and see what he does. I could have sheep's horned. And that would have probably been game. That could have been game if I did sheep's horn. Wow. Okay. It's okay. It's alright. We live and we learn, right? I recognized it as soon as I swung. We'll just go 6 here. He has the Bagua. And we'll just use a queen. We'll use a queen. We'll try to get some counter. I'm at 5. I go to 7 next turn. I feel like the kid is a little too slow now. We'll get rid of the kid. We'll keep the Kaido in case we ever get to that again. I don't foresee the game lasting that long though, but yeah, I could have possibly ended the game last turn. Hopefully he doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. He does have a 7-drop blocker. Which I can't sheep's horn that. It's only 6 or less. If I'd done sheep's horn last time, what was I was at 6 Dawn. 8K. And then 8 and then what, 9? We'll count out of this one. Only does 7. Another sheep's horn. Man, that feels bad. That feels so bad. Okay, he can't rest the queen. So we'll just go. He could spiderweb. Block with the kid, spiderweb. But if he does that, he just has that. There's not much I can do there. Okay. And 6 and then 12. Or let's just go 12 first. Because I think I can survive one more turn maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah, he sees I just attach everything and swing. And he just disconnects. So that's a GG to my opponent. We almost threw the game there, but because of all of the pressure we put in early game, we were kind of able to stabilize and take it. So yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. All right, and for the final game, we have a match against Sakazuki, which he chooses to go second. I'm going first. We have the king, which is pretty nice. King is pretty nice because since I'm going first, I'm going to go to 4 Dawn and then I'm going to go to 6 Dawn. I wish I had a better 4 drop, but we'll just keep this for now. I have the Sheep's Horn as well for in case I need it. But this will be pretty good if he plays anything outside of a Borsalino. And here I'm just going to swing 5. She decides to take. And then I'm going to play... I wish I had the Law. I'm just going to play the ulti. In order to get rid of the ulti, he needs a Great Eruption Hellhound. It's the only way. Cycles a Borsalino. What did he get with the brand new? Did he miss? Oh no, he got that Borsalino. Okay, he does have the Great Eruption Hellhound. Not much we can do there. And decides to just go big. That's fine. We'll take that. He goes to 6 Dawn next turn. He goes to 6 Dawn next turn. The Law would be pretty juicy. Law and then 7. But he can just kind of easily get rid of it. So let's just go 5. He decides to take. And we'll just King here. Because it's going to take him a lot more resources to get rid of King. He does have an Ice Age. A Poly would be very nice. Because he might Lucci and swing 6. Could Hellhound again and then just attach everything to leader. Or Hellhound, swing for 9. Yeah, and play a brand new. I wonder if he's searching for the Hellhound. Gets it to Shigi. Cycles that to Shigi. Oh, and only swings 8. Yeah, we'll take this. He didn't have it. Okay, so now I play the Law, right? And then swing 7, 8. So we'll play the Law first. Make him trash. 2. And then we're going to go 7, 8. Put him 0 life. And he passes. He's at 8 Dawn. So he has a... could play a Borsalino now. Swing 6 at life. Play a Borsalino. Get rid of the blocker. But then I'm just going to attach everything to the King. I wonder if his hand's bricked up. Either way, next turn, I have the Sheep's Horn. So if he only plays 1 blocker here, which he does play the Rebecca. Wonder if he's going to recycle a Tashigi. Gets a Hina. Plays the Hina. Minuses the King. Okay. Hellhounds. So he's going to go, what, 6, 7? I mean, I don't have to take this. So we'll just not take this. And then he can go 6. And then I just 2k counter out of that. and then we Sheep's Horn to rest the Rebecca, and then swing everything with leader, right? And to rest her, and then just go 11. 12 doesn't do much good, right? If he has 11, then he probably has 12. So we'll just do this. If he has it, he has it. I could go 5. We'll just go 5. I have a decent bit of counter. And he has it. Okay. Well, he had it. Not much I can do there. So, I still have 2 life. So, I like trying to be a little bit more aggressive. If we draw a Kaido, then that also, he does have a Mancheri though. Oh, that definitely helps him stabilize. Yeah, so even if I had taken the extra life, he had, unless he drew the Mancheri for turn, right? Then he had an extra counter. Or for turn, not for life, sorry. I can't Kaido anymore because he... yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't have a 2K. Cycles a Borsalino. I don't have a 2K, so we'll just pass here. Yeah, we'll use the trigger, Dawn -1, and play her. Yeah, so I drew the Kaido now, but it doesn't matter anymore. I'm gonna Queen. So I need to go, so it gives me 3 Dawn to play with. So I can go 6/6. Or I can just go 8, leave the Miss Double Finger. Either way, 6/6 means he has to have 2 2Ks, right? So we'll just go 6/6, play the Queen, and then try to survive one more turn. I know I should be trying to attack the Mancheri, but either way, right? If he doesn't have it, he has to block here, so it really doesn't matter, right? Like, he has 0 life, so I kind of have to go for game there. Here we get rid of the Apu because I have Kaido now, and so unless he has another blocker, which he does have the Mancheri, so could, but next turn I can play the Kaido blocker unless he has a Sabo. Sabo's the only thing that then makes it to where I can't KO of any of his blockers. He could play a Borsalino. Decides to get a Rebecca. But his board's a little clogged. So unless he plays the Rebecca to get a 2K. Draws a Hina. Could replace the Mancheri, I guess. To minus the Queen. Does he have a Lucci here? He does have a Lucci. But now, I'm going to save this double finger. Yeah, I'm just going to save the double finger because to kill it, he has to do 5, 6, and then he'd have to swing with the Sabo, which I want, right? So I'm going to save it because, oh, there's no point. Oh, yeah, no, okay, yeah. Because I can take the life and do 5, 5, 10, right? Can I save it if he swings with the Sabo? I want him to swing with the Sabo, though. So we're going to... we're going to do this here. And so if he swings with the Sabo, I win. Either way, I think I win here. Because now I have the Kaido. Okay, so I have the Kaido. So what I'm going to do is I'll Kaido. One more Dawn. Kill the Sabo. Yep. Ramp. so that I can swing with the double finger, swing 5 at life. It would get, even if this had counter, it would get that, and then swing 5 at life. And then that would be game either way. So that was why I decided to save the double finger. If he swung with the Sabo, then it would have been the exact same thing, right? He would have had the only blocker he would have had would have been the Rebecca. I would have used Kaido to kill the Rebecca, and then just swung 10 at life. But I mean, either way here, like I have game. So he was able to survive earlier, and it got a little bit hairy because he was able to start getting some of his resources back. But we were able to apply enough pressure early enough to put us in a situation where we just had to close out the game. So yeah, that's a GG to my opponent. And now for my final thoughts. The deck performed really, really well. You want to try to be... It has a nice little mix of like aggro and control in a way, with being able to clear some of your opponent's characters, like your King, like your Paulie, like your Kaido, when you get Kaido. Seeing Kaido and not seeing Kaido makes a huge difference though. And so there could be an argument to pull it up to 4. I will say I really liked the King, because there's times where you're not quite at 7 Dawn to use Paulie, and they've attacked big into your life, so you don't really want to ramp, or you take life to ramp. And so he just kind of gives you that extra little bit of board clear that you just need sometimes. Kid and Magellan is a devastating combo. If you can ever establish Kid first, knowing that they're not going to KO it, and then play a Magellan after, like, it just gives you so much advantage, because your opponent minuses a Dawn where you getting an active Dawn, so it gives you a little bit of extra pressure with the leader. And so it's just a huge little bit of advantage in the mid game that kind of really, really helps out. The only card that I'm not loving at the moment is the 7-drop Kid. I already have it down to 2. I could see arguments to cut it down even more, just because against Enel, right, they just Katakuri it, get rid of it. I guess for some of the other slower matchups, it can maybe help out, which is why we still have it in here. But if someone told me they were taking it out, I wouldn't say no, you definitely need to keep it. Overall though, the deck performed really well. We had some really good matches. If you stayed to the end, thank you. I appreciate you very much. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to try to post videos as much as possible. And thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and have a nice day.